6. Saturday night.
Best weekend of the year.
Best weekend of the year. Wow.
For us people
No,
like
this is the last. This is the last weekend.
I said the best weekend
Oh,
of
best.
the year.
I'm like
The best.
the best indeed. I always look forward to this. You know, there's still some folks kind of coming in, but that's what we do. So we're gonna affirm together that this song.
Okay.
I am free. I am unlimited.
And we don't have the words up here for you, but you know these words. So come on and sing along. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now.
We are indeed. And freedom lies where? Right here and right here. It starts right here and moves to here. And it's centered here. And so when we claim these things, these thoughts, then we make them manifest into our reality. And it's one of the easiest, the most basic spiritual teachings, and the easiest to overlook. So you can have that little, I am free, I am unlimited in your head all day, right? And move it into your heart. Well, welcome and good morning. I'm Reverend Gail Dobert, and welcome to Unity of Bay City. This beloved community is an ever-changing, ever-growing collection of individuals who are learning how to love themselves, others, and the universe. We listen, we learn, and teach positive, practical tools for personal spiritual growth. No matter where you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. You are so welcome. And we've got our Love in Action team that's in action every Sunday morning. And we've got folks all week long that are Love in Action that come in and take care of some of the details of the church of that nobody really sees except these folks that come here and clean and decorate and do all these things. So thank you to all of you who are here during the week helping us. And our team today is the platform assistant, which is Jerry Bogle, aka Stevie Nicks. The live stream today is Jack Berdasco right here, and soundboard is Julie. Oh, she just ducked down there. Don't hide. Musicians today are John and Stacy and Nancy, and looks like Tammy on the drum today, and who knows, maybe we'll have a choir by the end of the day. That happens. Who was our greeter this morning?
Terry.
You and Terry were greeters, okay. And ushers are Connie and Murray, okay. And because I thought this had changed a little. And hospitality today is brought to you by the Unity of Bay City Board of Trustees.
All right.
And And so hoping everybody will stay and have our little community meeting. So let's move into that spirit of our mind and our heart as we open in prayer here. So just take a moment and take a nice deep breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And when we do that, the body says, yes, thank you. And so as we bring our thoughts in alignment with the wisdom of our heart, we pray deeply with peace and love in our heart for all the seeming violence that's happening in our world, in the beautiful state of Maine. Shocking. And so we take that into our heart and wrap that into that love and see to the truth of it. We see to the truth of it. We don't even know what that is. But we know only love prevails. And the wars that are raging in Israel and surrounding countries, we hold them in our hearts. We take the war out of our thoughts, out of our words, and we become that peace. And that radiates out from us in such powerful ways. So as we pray together this morning, we pray as peace, as love, knowing that only love prevails. We also pray for our loved ones who are recovering from all sorts of different mind, body, and spiritual challenges. We allow the body, the flow of the body, to heal and to move to that place of peace. We're so grateful knowing that we can step into this new place of thinking. And we do that because of the one presence and one power, the universal good that we may call God. And with that energy, we are grateful. And we let go now, knowing it is so, and so grateful so it is. Amen. Amen. So I've got Jerry coming up for talk about our country of the month and our daily word. Thank you, dear.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
As Reverend Gail said, I'm Stevie Nicks. And I'm happy to be here today to provide support for Reverend Gail and to be with all of my friends here at Unity. So, good morning. Okay, where am I? Here at Unity BC, we love to learn about and pray with a different country each month. This keeps our hearts open to our own country and beyond, with the intention to radiate love and compassion throughout the world. For the month of October, our intention is to shine our light on Egypt. Did you know? Tourists travel from all over the world to Egypt for the sole purpose of stepping into the past. While central hubs like Cairo have been modernized over the years, nothing encapsulates the ancient culture more than its architecture. From the towering pyramids at Giza to the cleverly hidden tombs at the Valley of the Kings. Egypt offers history buffs a chance to experience the grandeur and magnificence of the old world on a scale unparalleled to most countries. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and is the largest of all surviving pyramids in Egypt. And as a matter of fact, it's the only remaining erected pyramid.
No, the seventh wonders of the world.
Seven wonders.
Last wonder still remaining.
There you have it. Karnak Temple is considered one of the largest religious complexes in the world. The Valley of the Kings is a mass burial site where many Pharisees and their families were laid to rest. Our affirmation as we pray with Egypt is, may visionaries flourish on earth. Acquire visionary eyes that peer into the heart of other cultures and see with beauty's grace our interconnectedness with all. Now, our daily word. Our daily word for today is imagination. Our affirmation is, I imagine and create my most magnificent life. Could you please repeat that with me?
I imagine and create my most magnificent life.
Okay, and I'm going to read the daily word now. I admire the storyteller's gift for creating fantastic worlds where impossible things happen. I immerse myself in the story, allowing myself to feel the wonder, the exhilaration, and even the sadness the storyteller's imagination has created. No matter how scary the story, there is nothing to fear. It is only a story. My imagination helps me create my life story. Guided by divine wisdom and will, I imagine a positive, meaningful life. If disturbing thoughts cloud my imagination, I remember I am God's living expression. There is nothing to fear. My spiritual gifts of faith, love, strength, and understanding join with my imagination to build the fulfilling life of my heart desires. I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. That's from Joel 2:28. Now could we repeat the affirmation?
I imagine and create my most magnificent life.
Thank you.
This is the last Sunday for our journey to Egypt, and the Berdascos did a beautiful PowerPoint for us with pictures from the month or 3 weeks they spent there. So we move on then to a new country, which we will unveil next week. So we'll move now into our time of meditation. So I invite you to take a nice, deep, and cleansing breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And just let your body relax in this safe and love-filled space. We watch those thoughts that we have. We don't try to stop them. We watch, we observe. That's interesting. I wonder where that one came from. And we just watch. And then we drop our full attention down to our heart space. When the heart and the mind are in sync together in coherence, the body loves that. The mind loves that. Peaceful. Open to receive all of the loving energy that's in this world. It connects us all. We open and receive that love. for presence. Sharing this from John O'Donohue. Just continue your breath. Nothing special, just allow it to breathe you. That's life breathing you. We don't have to even think about it. Life is breathing you. Awaken to the mystery of being here and enter the quiet immensity of your own presence. Have joy and peace in the temple of your senses. Receive encouragement when new frontiers beckon. Respond to the call of your gift and the courage to follow its path. Let the flame of anger free you of all falsity. May warmth of heart keep your presence aflame. May anxiety never linger around you. May your dignity, your outer dignity, mirror the inner dignity of your soul. Take time to celebrate the quiet miracles that seek no attention. Be consoled in the secret cemetery of your soul. May you experience each day as a sacred gift woven around the heart of wonder. As we take these words into the silence, into our heart, breathing in and breathing out. May you experience each day as a sacred gift woven around the heart of wonder. We are so grateful for these words, for these thoughts and feelings. And we let go now and allow it to be so. And gratefully so it is. Amen and amen.
The mission of each true knight, his duty, nay, his privilege. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, and to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, and to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or cause, to be willing to march into hell for that heavenly cause. And I know it will only be true to this glorious quest that my heart will be peaceful and calm when I lay to my rest, and the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach that unreachable star.
Thank you so much. That unreachable star. And we know where it is, don't we? Right here. Right here. Well, today, we're doing something a little different. I'm not going to be standing up here for the next 20 minutes. We're having, and if you notice on the sign, it says, I wonder. And so last week, and I think a couple weeks before, we asked for questions from you. What are you wondering about on your spiritual journey? What makes you go, huh? What? And so we did get some questions. There's a little box out there along the little tables. And so it was like, it looks like a little treasure chest, and it felt like a little treasure chest. And so I have invited our licensed Unity teacher, Nancy Berdasco, and there's too many things. Reverend Tammy Monroe, works in our front office, and she works tirelessly behind the scenes, just as Nancy does, and so many. But I wanted the two of them to join me. Now, we've got these questions that we looked over, that we prayed over. But if you have another one while we're going along, please share it. Just, hey. This isn't a formal, thing. I'm not a formal kind of gal. And so we'd love to have you engaged in this. And so we're going to start with these questions, and then we'll see. So we're going to sit up here, up front here, and we're just going to all chat. How about that? All right? Nancy?
Yeah.
Tim?
Come this way. There you go. Okay. All right, now turn this guy on.
Are we on?
Yeah.
It sounds kind of,
Oh, yeah, but little home.
we have a little hum. I don't.
There we go.
Can you hear me? No. No, it's not on. I mean, it's not. Is this thing on?
Rescue.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Battery came
I
loose.
was wondering how that would work.
Okay. Just gonna have to go back there.
What?
If it doesn't work.
Blah, 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 blah.
We'll talk loud if it doesn't work.
Are we here then? Can you hear me?
Yeah, still got a little bit of a hum, but
No, okay,
You are, you are,
okay.
you are.
That's
Yeah,
better.
you are.
That's better.
I hear you now.
Good. Can you hear me now? Now it's a better minute ago. All right.
Can you just talk about, or you want the choir mic? Choir mic.
Choir mic? Okay. Sure.
good luck.
It was one if I want to test it.
Of course.
The ghost.
Joe's here. Yes, sir. We'll just drop that. This will be surprisingly good because it's choir mic. It's meant to pick up people in a row.
But we're not gonna sing. I mean, she might.
Well, never give a singer a pew.
And a one. Okay, now, can you hear us, hear me through this microphone?
Well,
Turn it
as
on.
soon as she turns it on.
Oh.
Try it now.
Hello?
Yeah.
Testing?
There
There you go.
Now.
There
on.
All right. And no buzzing.
Okay. Do it. Wait, you want me to move it over a little?
No.
Are we good? Okay, all right. So, with, with no further ado, the first question I was wondering about, and whoever wrote this. Oh, yeah, no, yes. I want them to each introduce themselves.
Oh.
I think most of you know me. I'm Reverend Tammy Monroe. I've been involved with Unity for a couple of years now anyway. When I walked in here, I fell in love. Literally, I really did. I fell in love with the space, with the people here. Before I came here, I lived downstate. Back in 2005, I decided, I knew that all of my life I wanted to be in ministry or spirituality somehow. So in 2005, I decided to figure out what to do with that. I really wanted to find a seminary that taught the religion of love. And I did a lot of research, found nothing. But I did find interfaith. So I went through an interfaith seminary and got ordained in 2008. And here I am. I landed here. And I'm so grateful for that. Grateful.
Thank you.
And for those of you that don't know, I'm Nancy Berdasco. You've seen me around here a lot. This is the second phase of my life. Third maybe. The first phase, of course, all that schooling. Second phase, 30 years as a scientist with Dow. And third phase now, to more deeply explore my spirituality. And to do that, I followed the path of becoming
a licensed Unity teacher, and I was licensed in 2018 after having been with Unity for close to 40 years now. And I have come to the point in my life where I know some things, and I'm just discovering a whole wide field of things I don't yet know. So we're exploring together, and I'm so grateful to be here.
We are exploring together, and I'm Reverend Gail Dobert, and lots of you know me. But I went to Unity Seminary, and it became a master's degree then in 2006 when I started ministerial school, moved from Ohio, left, sold the house, left. I was 50 years old. And but my journey in ministry started when I was 17. My call started there. And so, like these two wonderful women, you get that call and it just keeps calling.
It does.
And timing is everything. I kept going, why am I working in a call center? Why can't I? You know, as I move on. So timing is everything, but my life had to be my ministry. And that's what I was told over and again as I sat with this longing to ministry. It's like, no, your life has to be your ministry. You have to get what that is. And like Nancy and Tammy, we're not there. We haven't reached the pinnacle because you don't. It's life. And so we're excited about this time when we can interact, when we can wonder together. And so we'll give you our impressions of these questions, but believe me, we're not the answerers. You know, we are journeying just like you. So, ready for the first question?
Yep.
Why are there people in the world that have so much sickness, trauma, or abuse, especially kids? Okay, that's a big one, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's one that goes, oh, so please tell me. Okay. Generations. Okay. We have the answer for that one. So
Right to the heart.
right to the heart.
Right to the heart of it. And the thing is, no one ever really promised you there wouldn't be that. What we are promised is peace. Peace with all of it. And it's a journey to find that peace. I don't know how many of you remember Reverend Linda Pye, but she lost her second husband to cancer. And she came to a point in her life where she could say that she was grateful for the gift of cancer. That is an incredible journey, and you'll have to ask her for the details of it. But I was talking to someone the other day and said, what's the greatest prayer? And they're like, I don't know, it's one word. Yes. Yes. Yes is the greatest prayer. And I took care of an older nun once, and she had that in her wall, and I said, so what's the question? And she says, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yes to all of it, just as the universe says yes to you all the time.
What I've read and what I feel is that yes is the most dangerous prayer.
Yes.
Because this opens us up to that flow and to that release of, this is, no, I gotta do this is all mine, oh my gosh. You want peace about it? What do you want? And we say yes. Yes. And wow, the universe responds.
Mhm.
It responds by corresponding to our thoughts backed by our feelings. It responds by corresponding to our thoughts and our feelings. Mostly to our feelings. We can have, oh my gosh, can you imagine if our thoughts get, all our random thoughts get answered? That would be pretty scary. So it's that deep feeling, and it doesn't mean always the positive feelings, right? We'll get to some of that. Tammy, you have some comments about that?
One of the things we were talking about sharing when we introduced ourselves was including some books that were meaningful to us. And a couple of books that really changed my life was Dr. David Hawkins. And some of you are going to have smiles on your faces because I talk about it all the time. You're familiar with his work. And he, the first book he wrote was Power versus Force. What he taught me was about the levels of consciousness. And he also shared that one of the greatest gifts you can give humanity is to evolve yourself, to do the work, to evolve yourself spiritually. Because the experience that I have had in that journey, and we're all on that journey, we're all doing that, we're doing the work. But what I'm discovering is that as you do the work, there's more understanding. There's more understanding what's going on here. And the sickness part, the trauma part, the abuse part, that's a tough one. But there are aha moments where you start to understand little bits and pieces of what is really going on here. So, yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that. I know that this journey, love is like the foundation of it. And it's always about love at the core. Even when you go through the crap, love is at the core of it all.
Can I say something real quick? It'll just take me a second. My mom was not a reverend or a Unity teacher or any of those types of things, but I asked her that question one day. Why do people get sick? Why are certain kids abused? Why do people have terrible lives? Why I have this really nice life? And she said to me, God made our souls perfect, but as human beings, we're not perfect, and we have free will. And unfortunately, these things happen. So I just thought it was interesting from my mom.
And when we talk about children, you know, that's where it can go a little bit higher and you know, beyond our comprehension. Because, you know, then it gets into a whole other conversation about our souls, and did we choose to come in? You know, did we have this agreement? And maybe it's, you know, in reincarnation. I love exploring those ideas and see where I feel like it makes sense to me. And that's the journey, again, we each get to take. So did this little baby choose to come in to experience all of this stuff? I can't find any other way to explain it to myself when I go into my heart.
I remember reading about a channeling that was occurring, and an ascended master of wisdom was speaking, and the master started talking about reincarnation, and someone in the audience raised a hand and said, well, what if you don't believe in reincarnation? And the master's reply was, Plant doesn't have to believe it's green to photosynthesize. What will happen will happen.
It's not about belief. Carrie.
Going back to my religious science education is looking at it at a metaphysical point of view and taking the feelings out of it, which is hard to do, but it's also an opportunity for them to teach and for someone else to learn, and for someone else to teach and for them to learn. So it's an experience. Some of the greatest inventions may never have been invented if someone wasn't sick. Or, you know, a mold didn't grow on a piece of cheese. So it's also, I know there's a bigger word for it, but it's also that type of community and a learning to look at the bigger picture and take your feelings out of it.
Yeah, take your feelings out of it. You mean your beliefs?
Well,
Because our feelings are our power.
I mean, if you look at a baby that's suffering from cancer and you go, oh my God, how can this happen? But if you look at what invention came out of it, and other people can come in and soothe parents. So it's also people fulfilling what they came to do. It's people helping people.
I thank you for your question, Sarah. Something happened with me a couple weeks ago. I heard a story on the radio, and it was about a child brutally stabbed, actually. But for the rest of the day, I walked around with this. I could feel my energy leave my body. I was so like I didn't even know how to feel about that. And my belief is that there is consciousness, that there's a field, and everything is in that field. And because we're all one and we're connected, we feel it. We feel what's in that field. When things like that happen, we have a choice how to be in that space. And what I discover for me, and you can feel this, feel what this feels like. To be in that place of like, oh my gosh, why that happened, and depressed. And then there's also this space of being aware of how that feels, what that feels like, and then what is the opportunity in that? There's opportunity in that space too. And that's where what you just shared comes from. You know, the creativity, like, what can we do about this? That's where opportunities show up. So there's a lot that happens in that space.
There is. If we allow it.
Yes.
We have to keep with the flow, you know, and if we allow our hearts to hurt, when we think about children being abused and dying or coming in with all kinds of things, we allow ourselves to feel that hurt, and we don't stop there. But we might need to. Grief is something we can't put a box around.
No.
When we lose people that aren't been in our life, we don't put a box around that. We feel what we're feeling, and we try to, and we work within that. That's where our spiritual practice, you know, we're not perfect humans. We weren't designed that way, apparently. We have so many choices. So,
Lessons to learn.
Take this whole thing that's been brought together, right? The concept is the oneness,
Yes.
and the connectedness of every thought, every feeling that each one feels reverberates out and goes out, and so that we're all touched by it. Okay? The suffering is part of that. We need the darkness to go with the light, to be able to appreciate the light. The darkness is not bad. It's just contrast. The thing that consumes us in this process is that we feel out of control, and there's fear. And fear is the base problem that we dwell in. And we look at our world and we say, oh my gosh, what's happening? It's dark and I'm afraid. So you tap into that knowing that there's light connected to that darkness. And you embrace that, and suddenly it's not so dark. And you and grief is an important feeling, an important part of this. I had a grandchild I watched from the moment she was born live for 6 months. And I walked the floors at my children's hospital at Unity for 6 months with that baby until she crossed. And I loved her with everything I had. And I offered the Spirit, let me adopt this child. I can give her some kind of life, at least one. That she's going to have her. Let me have her. And I was told, this is not yours to do. She didn't come here. Yes, she's connected to you, but she's not. It's not her purpose in this lifetime. She's here to teach her parents things, and you need to allow that to be. And I stepped back and I watched that baby cross. You know, but she came back around, and she revisited me for another 6 months after she took it. And she made toys that I bought and played with her that had no batteries. She made them laugh and sing and play for hours, 3 and 4 hours at a time. This thing just wouldn't quiet down. And I knew it was Samantha. And then one day it stopped. She even had one that you squeeze the toe and it would say, let's play. She picked that up, let's play. And one day they stopped and I'm like, it's quiet. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? And I was sent a picture on Facebook of this beautiful baby. And I recognized her. She re-entered. And she was healthy. And she was strong. And she had a new family. And she had a new life purpose. She moved on. She'd done what she came to do. And now she was off doing something else. So this is a process. It flows. And all that's painful and all that's scary has a duality that is light and love and strength. And you have to walk into the dark. St. John of the Cross says, if you want to know your path, close your eyes and walk in the darkness, because that's how you find the light.
Thank you.
I think that also by seeing people who are doing these awful things to the kids and the mass shootings and all of those things, it gives us an opportunity to open our eyes and see with our hearts and listen with our ears, or listen with our hearts to what is that person that's committing that deed looking for. There's something missing that they have not understood, that they are loved. Every moment of every day they are loved. So whatever fear falls into their heart, whatever doubt or falls into their heart, you know, they need that one person. You can to just reach out to them and give them a hug at some point, because that one thing could turn somebody's life around in an instant. Just that one act.
There is
of
so
noticing and hearing and understanding and listening.
So many instances where we find out afterward, this person that did the shooting in Maine was looking for help. People recommended him for help. And somewhere along the line, he didn't find what he needed. So maybe it's our job to send that energy of love out. Does that feel intangible to you? Yes. But it's real.
It's not a cop-out to pray deeply, whatever prayer looks like to you. It may look like a mantra. It may look like just sitting in the silence and continually finding that flow and seeking that, and those kind of answers, what's mine to do, show up. You know, even in the littlest places. It's like, I was having a really bad day. This has been years ago, but I mean, I have really bad days since then. But, you know, I'll drive through and get fast food, okay? Forgive me. But I do.
Oh, we taught you the Catholic sign.
I know, I was going to be a nun today, but I couldn't stand the head thing. So I'm what am I?
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. But anyway, this little gal in the drive-through, I mean, I was in like some deep, and she's like, they were just goofing around in there, and she's like, "Good day, mate." Boom! I just was like somebody just shook me. Like the universe said, "Snap out of it, darling. It's not that bad. Snap out of it." Gently, lovingly, you know. And sometimes you just say, "Good day, mate." Little. Yes.
I have another perspective I would mind sharing what we were talking about why bad things happen.
Excuse me, would you mind standing up and speaking this way so we can all hear?
Okay.
That's like Laura, when I was in the back.
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
But I was doing some thinking as we were talking, and I was like, well, so we're all human expressions of divine love. We're all human expressions of God. We all have our own stories that we're acting out, our own little plays. So it may be random, but we are also attracting these things that happen to us, as we were talking about, as you guys mentioned. So we have some control, and sometimes maybe not so much control because there's also external circumstances. So, but we're here to grow through our lessons, and what kind of lessons do we grow from? We grow through the really traumatic and painful ones. We also come here with generational trauma stuff from our past that we're probably here to heal. And that would explain why innocent children have things happen to them, because they came here to heal things from their past, their history, and our history too, since we're all one. So there's multiple things going on. We're making stories so we can have these journeys and we can be that expression. We gotta be all the possibilities. Because that's, I mean, think about it. The first expression of everything, we're all gonna be all these personalities and experiences, so we're gonna be all the possibilities. So that's how I see it.
I love that. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, because we can't get too tangled up, you know, in our stories.
No.
We get to untangle and unravel. That's why we have spiritual practices, right? Practice, practice, practice. And it's not to get the goal of being perfect. It's the goal of feeling loved, lovable, peaceful, and to know that, to walk through that, no matter what, no matter when. Immediately? Not always. It takes a little time. That's why we have community. That's why we have a spiritual community. Listen to the wisdom that has been shared here this morning from you. And there's probably some of you are going, "Oh, I'd like to tell the story." That's really good. This is exactly what I mean. I get that. And not everybody's meant to do that. We'd be here for a while.
We would. Speaking of which.
Yeah, speaking of which, it's kind of, so that was question number 1. All right, so we're gonna.
We have a whole list.
We do, so the next month that there's 5 Sundays, which I don't know what it is.
Not off the top of my head, no.
But there's usually 5 months in the year that there's 5 Sundays. We're gonna do the same thing.
Oh, cool.
So
wonder and wander together.
Yes. And to quote James Dillett Freeman, he was Unity's poet laureate and a wise guy. I mean, he was a wise guy too.
Well, yeah.
But he had wisdom. But this quote, I thought, said it pretty nicely. While life may be mysterious, it's certainly a wonder. The proper response to wondrous events is not endless analysis, but mystical communion with your source. And we call that source all kinds of different things.
Would either one of you like to share anything now? Your closing.
I think this was just a lovely time.
I had a wonderful time.
Yes, and remember that the box is out there in the lobby. Between now and the next time we do a fifth Sunday, we're calling this Wonder Week. I hope you are all getting the e-news. If not, let us know in the office. But the fifth weeks,
New Year's Eve.
those.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
That'll be fun.
Oh my. That will be fun.
That'll be great. That'll be great.
Yes.
All right, so we can meet now. We do have a meeting after, but we're going to go through, do our love offering and a few things here first. But thank you all for being here, for participating, because even if you didn't speak, your spirit was participating, your mind and your heart. And we're all in this together. We truly are. Thank you. It's a wonder, I think.
Oh, wow.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm not writing that.
Yes, you are. Come on in.
I'm back. Will our ushers please come forward? This is the time in our service to share of our financial gifts and tithes for this ministry. Please join me in stating the affirmation for our offering.
Together.
Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am enough. I have enough. There is enough.
Stand up, sing along. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. We come together. Come together. We come together in the name of love. We come together.
If anybody remembers, I was a chicken last year on Halloween doing the same thing. And this year I thought I'd get away from it all, and here I am molting. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Oh, feel that energy? That energy, we generated that energy. And we generate it in so many different forms in our life. A smile, a wave, a song. You ever listen to the radio or the whatever and sing along? That raises the energy of us, which raises the energy of this world. Your surroundings are connected to everything else. Just like our money is a flow, and it is something we've made very important in our culture. We don't give it the energy, we use our energy to guide it. Unity-based City sends some of this money to, we call tithes, each month. And in October, we sent part of our tithe to Silent Unity, Unity's prayer ministry that's been around for 134 years. We've sent to Unity Worldwide Ministries, UWM. They support the churches in consciousness and education. And to Unity Great Lakes region, that's the churches in our Great Lakes region, their main office, and to
Tuscola?
County Food Pantry. What is it?
Is it Tuscola?
Yeah, that. So we bless these, and the energy, the love that we put into this is what makes money powerful for our lives and for this world, and we're grateful for yours. Thank you.
No.
Is it?
No, keep going.
Unity happens. Say it so carried away. It's so much fun.
Okay, I got this. Okay. Today is our quarterly meeting, so stick around and enjoy some food in the social hall and get the updates from the UBC board.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. So come in. We got plenty of food, as per usual, and we're just going to stay in there and have this meeting. Okay? Eat and watch. We are having our community outreach for the holiday season is our Comfy Cozy Holiday Outreach. And this year we're conducting bedding items for the local chapter of Sleep and Heavenly Peace. There's an amazing in a bad way, in a sad way, of children in our communities that don't have a bed to sleep on. They sleep on the floor, a couch, a chair. And so this organization literally physically builds bunk beds, and then with a host of volunteers, and UBC has been part of that several times, we go and help build the beds. Then some folks come, and the next chain of volunteers takes the beds, sets them up in the house, and they put bedding on them. So a mattress cover is a really good foundation. You can do bed in a bag. They need sheets, blankets, and the covers, mattress covers. They don't need anything soft like teddy bears or pillows. Nothing like that. They just need the bedding. Yes?
Is this to be new or gently
New.
used?
It needs to be new. Yeah. Brand new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For those who are enrolled in the current book study class, Please note that next week's class lands on Halloween, so we will not meet that day. We will meet again the following week, November 7th, and our last class will be November 14th.
And our last class on November 14th will be, everybody will be on Zoom. We won't be having the daytime class because the author of Revolutionary Agreements, which is the book that we're studying, will be joining us on Zoom. Yeah. So she's going to be there for the last half an hour, maybe a little more. She lives in Hawaii, so you know it's 5-hour time difference. So it was great the timing, and she's delighted to meet as many people as she can. So even if you haven't been to class, you can come and listen to her. We'll send out Zoom invitations. 7. Well, the class starts at 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah, and then it goes until 8. And she's getting on at 7:30 our time. So yeah.
Okay. From our hospitality team, we're doing things a little different in November. Next week is Birthday Sunday, so you're invited to bring your favorite birthday treat to share with all of us. And I always come on that time.
Hey, you know, I got the cake. The women's group actually is meeting on November 2nd this week. What? November? We meet at 11:30 on that day in the morning, and we generally, bring goodies, to share. But I'm going to be hosting that one, so I'll bring the goodies, lunch, and we're going to meet in the 3rd classroom because, as you'll see when you go to the social hall, it's our cafe in the making. So we'll meet back in that 3rd classroom. So I hope y'all can come, and it's fun, and we get some things accomplished. We're going to start talking about a women's retreat for next year now, because you get a year to plan, and you get a year to save money, you get a year to do all kinds of stuff, and so please join us.
And one last thing, on Sunday, November 19th, will be our country potluck soup Sunday. Please bring a soup or chili for our hospitality time, breads or salads or anything that you want to bring that we can eat. It'll be just fine. If you want to know my personal opinion on the whole thing. Anyway, so. We're going to warm up and have fellowship, and so come on, you guys, let's rally and bring some soup, bring some salads. Yeah, all right.
Okay, well, now it is time to say, what if something wonderful is happening through me today? And being the Queen of Hearts today, that's my costume. Do I have all these hearts on? I'm going to pass out some hearts while we're saying this.
Okay.
So,
All right.
it's right up there. Something
Wonderful is happening through me right now. It's happening in my mind. It's happening in my heart. It's happening in my body. It's happening in my life. I think it. I feel it. I allow it. And gratefully, so it is. Let's go, John.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be